New arrival, a blue drum kit. There was some of the holes were drilled a little off and need to be moved. So a little bit of plugging, re-drilling. It got a ballast out, that's nice. Last week, a few drums did get finished. The cajon, ooh.
Fancy eucalyptus burl on the face. And
scroll work.
Yeah, rosette. This is loosely copied from a 16th century Venetian harpsichord. I really like when people tell me I can do whatever I want on a custom instrument, because then stuff like this happens.
This was all done with a fret saw, obviously.
Yeah, right.
Then we got the black metal Viking drum with all its spikes in place, roped, everything is black.
I will say that this row of spikes right here is just right under your left hand while you're playing. So might be dangerous to the user.
Projects for the day. It's kind of a repeat of last week. This is a new Eames repair. I think Bill's making a new nut on the lathe. These two Steve Weiss drums in the pipeline are getting a scuff back for spray. This bass drum's a scuff back spray, and this one possibly will go on to wet sand and buffing. We will find out.
If you want to see it, here's that goat skin head that I tucked.
The MCV repair?
Yeah. And I added a carry loop to this one. This turned out nice. I actually did, I made a TikTok video of tucking the head. This drum turned out great. This is an 18 by 18 Eames. This is the second time I've worked on it. Last time I had to add the snare hardware. And yeah, this thing is awesome. I really like it. It was made in 1965. The drums that Ralph Eames made in the 60s were awesome. I have different opinions about drums that were made later than that.
I think we'll also be working on some hoops today. Two of these get veneered for the Weiss. One's got to get drilled, cut, and dyed red. This one will be on hold. We don't have the stock for hoops or flesh hoops yet.
I probably should have locked the spindle. That's okay. I think I've already tapped enough threads that it doesn't matter. Chamfer time.
More practice of my technique. I got a bucket under the drum this time. Try to keep the lake down to a pond. A bus tub would probably be the move, but we don't have one. I basically just go at it with 400 until I get rid of all the shiny spots, and then step up through 6 and 8. When I first started, I'd step all the way through and repeatedly keep going back. It's just a waste of time. I'm gonna have to start wearing glasses just to mark these stupid hoops. This isn't good.
Where's the seam? There it is. Boom.
What happened over here? You and Grimace smashing rails?
Something like that.
Jesus.
Lacy came over, the door hinges on her Jeep were starting to like bubble up from rust under the paint. So she's like, hey, can I come over and like sandblast these and powder coat them? And I was like, sure. So now her door hinges are purple.
So it's Lacy's fault.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Also, me and Grimace were blowing mad rails.
We've made the audible. One of these got to go back in the booth anyway, so might as well send them both in instead of sinking additional time wet sanding. Just spray it again. Hopefully it gets us closer. I've got the booth prepped. Bill's drilling some hoops. I'm gonna get the saw prepped for snare gates and keep pushing. It never fails. Mama Whitney puts new paper on, I mess it up.
Every time.
Every time. Every time. Got some cardboard there, Billy? Oh yeah.
Kind of inclined to powder coat the vents to match this. Or it could have some shiny brass accents because like the screws and things will be shiny too.
What are the feet?
They could be either.
What's the carry?
It looks about like this. Because when you sandblast and clear powder coat brass, it basically ends up looking just like this. So it's probably just powder coat each other the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't take very long.
I used to be good at this.
What, dyeing stuff?
Enough time elapses that I always forget what my technique is.
Yeah.
Because usually the move is to flood it.
Yeah. And then wipe back the...
This is a disaster. I'm not getting a Christmas card this year. Disaster. All right, first coat of dye. Not my best work, but it's getting another application. Hopefully the colonoscopy I'm getting in 2 weeks turns out better than that. And this thing's getting layout and drilled for this fancy pants prototype-ish
like
strainer.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be cool.
Got to get this up on the web store. In the past 2 weeks, we have sold 4 snares off the website.
I have no idea if that's going to work or not, but find out.
Bendy time, bendy time. These are still kind of hot. These are still hot. Okay. First we do a 90-degree rotate. And that way. I got this for a spacer, because of course I do. And then we squish. And then I just tweak her a bit if she got kicked out. Rotate. Spacer squish. Fix her up. These end up getting sandblasted and clear powder coat. Let's see if I can do a second coat without this place looking like a bed and breakfast in Fall River. Nice. That's a wrap. A lot of things got pushed along. The only thing that actually came off the board was the eames repair because it was low-hanging fruit.
Yep.
It was just
made this little brass jam nut.
Looks pretty good. It should tarnish in to match the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, it should look good. And, you know, surface finish is good enough.
Black drum is waiting for a T token to cure in the hoop, which is the press against point for the strainer. So that will get assembled next week. Steve Weiss hoops got pushed along. These might need another coat of red, but that could possibly get assembled next week.
Hopefully.
Along with 2 mahogany drums down there. We got 4 on the rollers. This little guy's still got to go in. Goal is still to get as much off the benches before the concert towns hit.
Yep, because then this place is going to be super, super crowded.
Balls
Balls.
to the wall.
Yeah, that.